Nltv News now. I'm Rinki Gogoi and let's begin with the headlines. Launching attack against the Rio government, Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee alleges the state government has no goals to address growing needs and problems of the state. Taking a dig, NPCC Chief K. Theria says infrastructure, power department, water supply, health department and job creation are all ignored by government. Planning and Coordination, Land Revenue and Parliamentary Affairs Minister Neiba Kronu shares Government of Nagaland's proposal to bring out new land laws of the state. Minister also adds that it is a time for the people to come closer, be more practical, think and resolve all issues for better economic activities. 50 years Jubilee celebration of Kohima Lota Students Union begins on Friday and Solidarity Park, Kohima under the theme Charting Common Future with advisor IT, Science and Technology, New and Renewable Energy Monlu Mokikon as a special guest. Donor Home Minister G. Kishan Reddy holds a meeting to discuss various developmental projects and Northeast economic corridors. The Union Minister says that main aim includes economic development of the region and improvement of its trade with Southeast Asia. Dr. V. Ananda Nageswaran appointed as new Chief Economic Advisor days before tabling of the 2021-2022 Economic Survey. The survey too tabled on January 31, followed by presentation of 2022 Union Budget on February 1. Let's see the news in details. The Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee accused the state government of abandoning any commitment for the development of the people, reacting to the Republic Day message by the state government. Pradesh Congress President K. Theria, in a release on Friday, said the priorities spelled out in the message were all routine works. Theria alleged that state government has no goals to address the growing needs and problems of the state. He further said that infrastructure, power department, water supply, health department and job creation are all ignored by government. Moreover, the people cannot depend on state transport anymore and old age pensions are drawn by the ruling Workers' Party only. Theria also added that the government has totally ignored traffic congestion and there is neither any plan to promote growth of the economy nor the industrial sector. The Pradesh Congress chief also said that it does not even think of developing institutions, colleges and centers of higher learning. Meanwhile, the chief accused the government of trying to escape the December 4 and 5 voting massacre incident through AFSPA. The Nagaland government is working to bring out new land laws of the state, informed the Planning and Coordination, Land Revenue and Parliamentary Affairs Minister Neiba Kronu on January 28. The minister released the State Focus Paper 2022-2023 for Nagaland, which was brought out by the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development in Nagaland at the regional office Dimapur. The paper was released at the state-level credit seminar 2022-2023 for Nagaland at Hotel D Oriental Grand Dimapur. During the release, the minister appreciated NABARD for its willingness to help the farmers and coming closer to the people. The minister also added that it is time for the people to come closer, be more practical, think and resolve all issues for better economic activities. Kronu also maintained that the economic condition of the state can change only with the support of NABARD, banks and entrepreneurs, and further requested the bankers and government officers to be more dedicated, trustful to each other to build a new society with economy.
In the coming years,
update each other. You see, when it is going to be one.
Sir.
What do you think is the biggest and main challenging thing?
Pioneer Naga revivalist and former chaplain Reverend Yankee Patton passed away at the age of 94 at his private residence at Dipupar in Dimapur on Friday evening. Reverend Yankee Patton was born on March 15, 1927 and served as the first state chaplain in 1989 and went on to serve the state for 14 years till 2002. His funeral service will be held at 9 a.m. on January 30 at Lota Baptist Church, Dipupar, before his mortal remains is taken to his native village, Raman, for last rites. Meanwhile, Nagaland Chief Minister Nltv Rio and Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patton expressed deep sorrow and pain at Reverend Patton's death. Condoling his death, Rio described him as one of the most well-known and respected pastors in Nagaland, who carried out his job with utmost dedication and humility. Rio said that even when no government's facilities were given to him, not even a vehicle for his movement, he would hold his umbrella and walk to visit the legislators at their respective homes. Furthermore, Rio said that with his death, the state has lost a stalwart in the field of church and public service, and the void created by his death will be difficult to fill. Deputy CM Y. Patton said that he was grieved by the news of the death of Reverend Y. Patton and expressed heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family. The 50 years Jubilee celebrations of the Kohima Lota Students Union began on Friday at Solidarity Park, Kohima, under the theme Charting Common Future with advisor IT Science and Technology, New and Renewable Energy Monlumo Kikon as the special guest. Speaking at the introductory session, Kikon deliberated on the issues faced by the Lota community, said this is the time to review our thinking process and urge everyone to work together, united with one voice for Lota common issues. He reminded that youth are the leaders of tomorrow and the young generation are going to inherit the problems that is faced now if we don't start ending solutions by now. He also added that upon the people present to pledge a commitment during the Golden Jubilee to work unitedly for the upliftment of the community. Meanwhile, Pastor Kohima Lota Baptist Church Sangki Luma Kikon dedicated and inaugurated the Jubilee Hall, while greetings was shared by Kohima Lota Hoho President C. Pangtung Lota. Furthermore, along with the special guests, invitees and officials, the Jubilee magazine and certificates were released.
continue for some time, but in the coming years,
Nagaland on Friday reported a total of 130 new COVID-19 cases, with the active cases standing at 902. Out of the 902 active cases in the state, 743 are asymptomatic, 146 mild, 8 moderate on oxygen, and 5 in ICU on ventilator. Notably, Dimapur reported the maximum with 98 cases, followed by Kohima with 15 cases. Among the other districts, Mokokchung and Peg reported 5 cases each, while Mon, Peran and Longlang reported 2 cases each, and Woka reported 1 case. Furthermore, the state's cumulative recoveries have increased to 31,193, while the death toll increased to 696, with 4 fresh fatalities reported on Friday. The India Meteorological Department, Ministry of Earth Sciences, informed that there will be wet spell over Nagaland and some neighboring northeastern region from February 2 to 4. The weather forecast stated that Nagaland will experience isolated to scattered light or moderate rainfall on January 31 and February, and isolated thunderstorm or lightning in the following 24 hours. Meanwhile, it was informed that due to confluence between westerlies and easterlies at lower tropospheric levels, scattered to fairly widespread light to moderate rainfall with isolated hailstorms likely over Nagaland and other northeastern states of Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura on February 4 and the 5th. According to reports, there will be no significant change in minimum temperature over the northeast during the next 3 days, but a rise by 2 to 4 centimeters expected thereafter. Moreover, a dense fog condition in isolated pockets at night and morning hours. Ministry of Development of Northeast Region G. Kishan Reddy on Friday held a meeting to discuss various developmental projects, Northeast Economic Corridors, and stated that the main aim includes economic development of the region and improvement of its trade with Southeast Asia. In his address, Reddy said that the ministry will support the implementation of the ambitious projects of the Northeast Economic Corridor and then congratulated the Asian Development Banks for their excellent study of the Northeastern Economic Corridor. Moreover, the minister proposed that the secretary of the donor will work on interministerial task force with the involvement of other ministers. He also proposed that the Secretary of Donor will work on creating an interministerial task force involving Finance, Ministry of Transport, Ministry of Road Transport, Agriculture, Railways and Civil Aviation, Waterways and also Urban Development Authority and Tourism. MEA also 8 states of Northeast region to provide all necessary coordination to the ADB. He also stated that he looks forward to setting up of interministerial team to work soon and monthly review meetings on economic corridor. India is all set to witness the beating retreat ceremony on Saturday, as a drone show will also be the highlight of the program for the very first time. Notably, thousands of drones will dazzle in the sky above the national capital Delhi at Vijay Chowk to commemorate the 75 years of independence that is being celebrated this year as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. According to the Defense Ministry, the 10-minute drone show has been conceptualized, designed, produced and choreographed under the center's Make in India initiative. It may also be mentioned that the drone show has been organized by startup BoatLab Dynamics and supported by the IIT Delhi and the Department of Science and Technology. Meanwhile, the show will be graced by President Ramnath Kovind and Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, while Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Defense Minister Rajnath Singh will also be among the many dignitaries who will witness the show. Notably, this year, a total of 26 performances will enthrall the spectators, with the foot-tapping music played by the bands of Indian Army, Navy, Air Force and Central Armed Police Forces. India on Wednesday reported 235,532 fresh COVID-19 cases, while the active cases stands at 20,04,333, showed the Health Ministry's data. Furthermore, a total of 3,35,939 patients recovered in the last 24 hours, taking the cumulative recoveries to 3,83,60,710. As per the Health Ministry's data, the national COVID-19 recovery rate now stands at 93.89%. Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia is scheduled to virtually hold a review meeting on Saturday at 3 p.m. with the health ministers of 5 states. Notably, the agenda of the virtual meeting will be regarding the COVID-19 situation, public health, preparedness, as well as response measures being taken in the context of the Omicron variant of SARS-CoV-2 in Bihar, Odisha, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh. The meeting comes amid the slow decline of cases in various states, and the infection graph is plateauing on a national level. However, there are still regions that are reporting more than a 10% positivity rate, which makes it necessary to lower the guard against the virus. Dr. V. Ananta Nageswaran has been appointed as the new Chief Economic Advisor, days before the tabling of the 2021-2022 Economic Survey, which is scheduled to be held on January 31, and the presentation of the 2022-2023 Union Budget on February 1. Notably, Nageswaran assumed charge of his new role in the Finance Ministry on Friday, according to an official statement, as he replaced Krishnamurthy Subramanian, who returned to academia in December after a 3-year tenure as CEA. It is to be mentioned that he has worked as a writer, author, teacher and consultant, while he has taught at several business schools and institutes of management in India and in Singapore. The Delhi Commission for Women on Saturday issued a notice to SBI seeking withdrawal of its new rules, wherein a woman who is over 3 months pregnant will be considered temporarily unfit, and she may be allowed to join within 4 months after delivery. In the notice, the panel sought a copy of the new guidelines as well as a copy of the similar rules operational before this. It has also sought an action taken report in the matter. Notably, the bank's move has elicited criticism from some quarters, including from the All India State Bank of India Employees Association. Furthermore, the DCW chief Swati Maliawal said that this is both discriminatory and illegal. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his address to the cadets at the National Cadet Corps PM rally at Karyappa Ground, Delhi on Friday, lauded the strengths of India's young population in fields ranging from startups to sports. The PM said that no one can stop a nation whose youth works with the spirit of nation first. PM also mentioned that efforts are being made to strengthen the organization, with a high-level review committee formed in this regard. Notably, over 1 lakh new NCC cadets have been added in the border areas in the last 2 years. The Prime Minister also pitched for induction of more girls in the organization. He noted that women are getting more and more responsibilities in the armed forces. Furthermore, the Prime Minister highlighted the menace of drug abuse and asked NCC members to work to keep themselves and their campuses free from drugs. the extended portion of the runway at the joint user airfields of Indian Air Force and Airports Authority of India at Jammu becomes operational on Friday. Notably, the existing runway, which was 6,700 feet long, has been extended and revised. Stretch of the runway is now 8,000 feet. The work was completed by AAI in coordination with IAF and Military Engineer Services. It is to be mentioned that the Indigo Flight 6E137 was the first flight that traversed through the newly constructed portion, while a water cannon salute was given by Indian Air Force. Furthermore, in addition to the runway, 2,800 meters of boundary wall and rigid pavement perimeter road was also constructed, and a turnpike designed for Airbus 321 was also constructed under the project. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on Saturday said that India has administered more than 56 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine in the last 24 hours. With this, India's COVID-19 coverage has exceeded to 165.04 crores. India administered a total of 56,72,766 vaccine doses through 1,80,50,126 vaccine sessions in the last 24 hours, stated the official health ministry's release today. Meanwhile, India has reported 2,35,532 new COVID-19 cases, and these cases and 371 deaths in the last 24 hours. Daily positivity rate stands at 13.39%. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to address the workers of the Bharatiya Janata Party across India on 2nd February. He will be a virtual address, and as per the updates received, PM Modi in his virtual address will talk about the budget session. It is being said that LED screens will be set up across several districts in the country for people to listen to the Prime Minister's address. According to sources, the Prime Minister is expected to highlight that the central government is working towards the welfare of all, cutting across sections of society, and the union budget is a reflection of that commitment. Thank you, viewers. That's all for now. For more updates, keep watching Nltv. So Manula Gawas.